Hello everyone, welcome back to TechnoChart's YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how you can create your own option buying system. Now option buying system involves waiting for the direction of the market. If the markets are moving into a single direction, then as an option buyer we can make huge amounts of money. So how can we understand the direction of the market? So let us take an example where let's say that Bank Nifty wants to move 500 points up in a single day, right? So if we take an example like this, so let's see that if Bank Nifty wants to move 500 points, it will first move like 100 points up, then it will pull back a little bit, then it will move further 100 points up, and then probably pull back a little bit here, right? So let's take an example in the live markets here as well to understand the system in a much better manner. So as you can clearly see, Bank Nifty was trading at around 41,477, and Bank Nifty moved around 200 points, 300 points down, pulled back, then moved down, then pulled back, and then moved down again. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to gauge the direction of the market by the increase or decrease of certain premiums. Okay, so if Bank Nifty is moving in the downside, or if Bank Nifty is bearish, then the put option prices will increase, and if the Bank Nifty is a bullish, then the call option prices are going to increase. So here we are going to take the 100 rupees premium, for example, as a reference price for our trades. Okay, so let's take that if Bank Nifty is bullish, then obviously the 100 rupees call option side premium is going to get increased by certain percentages, obviously, right? Now during this process, the C will also move in a similar manner. Now we wait for the option price to increase or decrease so as to gauge the direction of the market. So in case of option buying system, we are waiting for the option price to increase. So let's take an example where we are using the closest premium as a feature. Now closest premium greater than 100 and greater than 100 for the call option and greater than 100 for the put option. So let's assume that if the call option that was trading at 110 rupees or 120 rupees increases, the premium increases by 20%. Okay, so what does this mean? This basically means that probably the call option prices, as it is increasing, the Bank Nifty is bullish. Now why are we taking 20% as the premium? Because now we cannot wait for the premiums to double, because in that case the Bank Nifty movement would have already happened and then we are entering. So we want certain percentage to increase, so it could be 10, 15, 20, whatever you can, you want to backtest it, you can do so, right? So here in this example we are taking 20% or 20 rupees, whatever. Now in this option buying system, we are not looking at the support or resistance or market data, you can say open interest data or anything. This is purely time based momentum buying trading strategy. Now as you can clearly see that my orders are getting punched, and the current PNL of my account is around 45,000. The asset under management is 1 crore right now, the capital that I've deployed. Personal capital is 40 lakh rupees, and deployed capital is 60 lakh today, and would be deploying more 20-25 lakh rupees by the end of this week. Right now, coming back to the system here, it is purely time based option buying momentum system. And for this, the backtest platform that I'm going to use is Stockmock, for which the link would be there in the description, and the execution platform from where I'm tracking all my positions, all my portfolios in different accounts. This is a Quantiply, and we are going to execute this option buying strategy in Quantiply app in the next video. Right now, designing a buying system. So basically we are waiting for the momentum to increase in on any direction. We have a fixed SL based on the premium values, have trailing stop losses to protect the profits, and have fixed entry and exit timings. So this is how we are trying to design a buying system. Now this is known as systematic option buying, where we are not going to apply brains into the market hours. We are just going to follow the system and run it, and the majority of the work will lie outside the market hours, where you can improve the system in case of backtesting as well as execution. Wait and trade feature in Stockmock covers the feature where we are waiting for the premiums to rise by certain percentages. Now let me open the Stockmock platform. So first strategy that I'm going to talk about is basically the option buying strategy, where the closest premium that I've selected is 100 rupees. I am waiting for the momentum to increase by 20% here. Now this is closest premium is greater than 100 rupees. So it could be the premium that is immediately above 100, it could be 110, it could be 120, or it could be 130, whatever, depends upon that day basically. Now after that, we are waiting for the premiums to increase by 20%. So let's take an example. If the premium that is selected is 150 in that case, so how much percentage it is going to wait for the percentage increase? Basically 20%, and in this case it is 30 points. So points are going to change based upon the premium percentages. Okay, now let us understand the stop loss. So stop loss that we have used is 20%. You can try with 25% SL, you can try with 30% SL, whatever suits your psychology or whatever suits your own system. The trailing stop loss that I have used is 10%, 5%. Now for every 10% increase in profit based on the premium that we have selected, the stop losses are going to get trailed by 5% into our direction of the profit basically, right? So that in case of market reversal, for example, let's take an example here where um, let's take an example where the markets here have fallen, right? The markets here have fallen, it's continuously falling, and then there is a reversal like this. So if there is an entire reversal like this, we do not want to we do not want to book loss in that case, right? Because we were already in decent profit, we have to cut off or we have to trail our stop loss at some or the point of time. Then this is where our trailing stop losses would come into picture, and we would be trailing using the percentage of 10,5. Now the strategy that I'm going to run this is from 9:30 a.m. to 2 o'clock basically. Now generally my view is that after 2 o'clock we kind of get reversals, and hence our profits get reduced. So I want to run the system basically from 9:30 to 2 o'clock, and I would run the system, right? So let us now check the backtest data of the system one, which we have designed right now. Now, in this case, as you can clearly see, the win ratio that we have is around 35%. The loss ratio is 65%. Now, you have to be ready that option buying system generally will have a win ratio that is lesser than 50%, but the risk to reward ratio that you see are generally around 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3 and above. So in this case our risk to reward ratio is 1 is to 3, because the average loss on loss days is 660 rupees, but the average profit on win days is basically 2000 rupees, so it is greater than 1 is to 3. Now we can also see some other stats where the max drawdown is 17,000 rupees and the expectancy is 0.42. Now the capital that you have to deploy is not 4,000 rupees, but we generally include 2x of max drawdown and add the margin required. So basically we are going to trade this system with around 40,000 capital. 2x of max drawdown is around 34,000, and we include this 5,000, so approximately this is a 40,000 is the total capital deployed on this system. Now if we look at the yearly returns of this strategy, so in 2019 basically it gave me 4x returns of on a capital of 40,000, and that is 1 lakh 40,000. Then in 2020 it gave me 100% returns. In 2021 it was not that great, but in 2022 still it has given me 100% returns till now. Right now these are without brokerages and without other charges. I'm only 0.5% slippage has been included into this strategy right now. Now if you look at the current system, my PNL is the highest M2M that touched at this point was around 70,000, but currently the M2M that you can clearly see is around 43,000 rupees. The buying PNL, as you can see, is around 1 lakh. Sorry, the deployed capital on this system is 1 lakh rupees, and the buying that I am currently doing, the system that I am currently running, has has returns of around 200% even after including the including the drawdown, 2x of drawdown as well. Right now, let's look at the other stats here, where return to MDD is okay, not that great, I will be honest with you, and the recovery days, the MDD is high. So this is also a problem in case of option buying system. You have to be really patient in case of option buying system, but as you can clearly see, there would be loss, continuous loss days of around 5 to 10 days, but there would come certain days which would cover all your losses. So as you can see here in the PNL profit sheet, where there are only few green bars that are there in the entire here, but you can see that these green bars are able to cover all the minor losses that we make on the coming days, right? So this is an important psychological trait that you have to understand, that option buying system requires a lot of patience, and it does not give you a smooth equity curve. Rather, it will give you a equity curve where it can stay sideways. For example, it can stay sideways like this and then suddenly shoot up like this and then stay sideways. So it would be a really erratic, you can say, equity curve, and not a smooth equity curve, unlike option selling. So it is always advised that you run option buying system as well as option selling system together, probably to smoothen out your equity curve, right? Now these are the backtest result. The backtest PDF, I will be sharing the drive link of the PDF in the description below. You can use that drive link to download this sheet, as well as the link of this basket would be there in the description below, right? Now after that, as you can clearly see that the yearly and day wise results here, it's Tuesdays we have lost this year, but in 2021 it was a loss for Wednesday. So basically we cannot judge whether which this strategy is going to work on Monday, or this is going to work on Tuesdays only. So we will or we will avoid it on Tuesday. It's not advised like that. It's better that you run this strategy all the days, so that we are not curve fitting according to the returns that we see here. Now, as you can clearly see, the profits are reducing because the positions that we have in my portfolio as of now are bearish, because the initial trend of the markets was down, but new positions are going to get short, definitely for capturing the afternoon move. If the markets move up in this direction, or if they even if they stay sideways, then we are going to get benefit, because tomorrow is a holiday here, right? Now after we look at this system, this video is shot on Monday, 7th of November. Okay. Now after that, we design a different system. How do we understand the results? Okay, now DD is 17k and margin required is 4k, so total capital would be DD into 2. So in that case we will assume 40k as the total capital. This strategy cannot be traded as a standalone due to the number of DD days, so high number of DD days, so you cannot trade the strategy as a standalone. Option buying systems have low win ratios but high risk to reward ratio, as I've already mentioned. So when two or three uncorrelated systems are combined together, then probably the overall basket or your returns would smoothen out, and that is where we are going to get an edge, right? So how do we diversify? Now for diversification, we are changing the entry and exit timings for the different strategy. We would add strategy targets, as well as so that we are able to book profits in case of reversal, or at least we are going to take something at our homes, right? Have changed the TSL percentage to 2020, as well as increase the TSL. Now, as you can clearly see, my profits are reducing drastically due to the reversal that we see here. Now, if Bank Nifty breaks out above this area, then probably I'm going to, reduce the profits are going to get reduced here, right? Now, coming back to the system here, the system 2 that we can trade is 100 CPR at 11 a.m. and a similar system where we are going to buy 100 closest premium range and not at 11 a.m. The target that we have applied on that system, basically the system 2 that we are going to run, is 100% target on the premium. The stop loss is similar, 20%, and we have even changed the trailing stop losses from 10.5 to 20.20. Now this system we are starting at 11 a.m. and running it till 3:15 p.m. And this is basically similar system, but we have changed the timing, we have added the target and changed the stop losses. So if we run the system together, how let's check the backtest result of system number 2 here, S2. Okay, so if we look at the backtest result of S2, we can see that the profit percentage is less. Why? Because it is we are running the strategy afternoon. The MDD days is 244. Similar expectancy is lower, obviously, but the win ratio is higher in this case, and return to NVD is 2 for this. But the magic lies when you combine both the systems together and check out the results. So if you check out the results of both the system together, you can see that the drawdown for both the systems, if we run both the systems together, you can see 17,000 is drawdown for S1, 21,000 drawdown is for S2. But once we are running this strategy together, the drawdown is only 19,000, and not the drawdown is not getting added up. This means that these strategies have a lesser correlation. These probably have no correlation or lesser correlation, and you can assume that when this is going in drawdown, this is making profit, and if this is making this is going in drawdown, this is probably making profits, and hence the MDD is lesser than 20,000 rupees and not adding up, right? So if you look at the correlation matrix here, you can see that the correlation is significantly okay, not that great also. We want a correlation lesser than 0.2, so that it is a very uncorrelated basket that we can design, right? Now even after that, we can clearly see the returns are absolutely good, even after adding taxes and all. Even with a smaller capital, we can trade this kind of system. It is not advised to scale the system in a drastical manner like 10-15 lakh rupees. Probably you can trade an option buying system with 1 or 2 lakh rupees just for like diversification and minor diversification. Personally, I trade with a lesser capital for option buying, sorry, compared to option selling. Now, combined backtest result, understanding the stats, capital required would be 50k including 2x DD, and DD days are still high in this strategy, but can be reduced if you combine more systems in this. Now RR is good, and it is above 1 is to 2.5. So basically with a 40% win ratio, it is a good strategy with as the RR is good here. Now approximate brokerage could come at around 2 to 4k, plus execution in Quantiply, for which the link is there in the description, would come at around 1250 per month. Expectancy is good as per the buying strategy. Now psychology for the option buying strategy is really important. Okay, so in this case, option buying gives irregular money, and it requires few trending months in a year to make full year's money. You want to lose small consistently to wait for those few trending days covering all the losses and to end in profits. Now equity curve of option buying can be sideways for a long time and then shoot up suddenly, as we have discussed. Now be ready for up to 50% DD on capital. It's not for the weak hearted, I can say that. Now basically, we shit like ants and eat like elephants in option buying, and you cannot miss any day for trading, because that one day can change your entire panel. Okay, so as you can clearly see, these huge bars, these huge profit bars are really important, because if you miss this day, then your system would collapse in this scenario, right? So this is currently my personal option buying system that I've been running for more than a month, around 45 days right now, and it has given me around 20% returns. But the highest profit, the highest returns it had given me was around 35%. And after that, we are in drawdown as of now of around 15-20,000 rupees, right? So this could be a very irregular money making machine, but once you combine it with selling strategies, then it's better. So now, as you can clearly see, my few orders are getting punched for the afternoon to catch the reversals and all. Now yeah, so if you are a person who has a portfolio of around 15-20 lakh rupees and want to start want to have me as a portfolio manager for your capital, then you can contact me using the link below. Also, we have a lot of option buying plus selling strategies for various capitals. So for that, you can contact me on this number or call me on this number 7674007938, and you can use this PDF as well for your reference. I will share the drive link for the PDF as well as the backtested data for the strategy, so that you can understand the strategy in a much better manner. All our traders, all our subscribers are making consistent money using our option selling strategies, as well as making consistent money. So if you are a person who is looking to automate systems as well as looking for consistent money, then you can uh, use the link in the description to contact me. And thank you, I hope you like the video. If you want me to make a execution video of the same, hit like on this video as well as share this video with your friends. Thank you.